What is going on, everybody? Zero here, back again with another video. This first one being with a brand new setup that I hope sounds just as good as it looks. In today's video, I'm going to be quickly giving my thoughts on the first trailer for Scream VI, the much anticipated sequel to last year's Scream, the fantastic fifth entry in the Scream franchise that was brought to us by Radio Silence. Thankfully, they're back to deliver us this upcoming sixth entry, and I can tell just from the trailer alone that this movie is going to have a lot to offer. This trailer, which is just a minute long, features some very cinematic shots of what is this movie's setting, New York City, but don't be fooled by these heavily convincing shots. The movie was filmed in Montreal, Canada. Anyways, after those awesome shots of the city lights, we're greeted with a bunch of kids in Halloween costumes on a train to what is presumably a Halloween party, with a very obvious reference to the plot of 1980's Terror Train. The difference between Terror Train and Scream, though, is that Scream is meta. So we see a bunch of people dressed as iconic horror villains, such as Jason, the Babadook, the Nun, Samara from The Grudge, or The Ring, my bad, and even iconic horror heroine Grace from Ready or Not, which was also directed by Radio Silence. I guess if you're going to be meta, you might as well reference your own movies. However, our lovely protagonists Sam, Tara, Chad, and Mindy aren't in costumes, probably because they were all nearly killed by a guy in one, and these nice ghost faces are here to remind them of that. However, mean Ghostface staring at them from across the train is all like, "Where's your Halloween spirit?" And the lights start to flicker as Ghostface slowly approaches Mindy, and we're greeted with a jump scare of him grabbing Mindy by the neck and slamming her against the window before the screen cuts to black. This trailer has evidence to suggest that Mindy might be the rare death of an iconic character this time around, seeing as Radio Silence have a tendency to spoil deaths in their trailers, but I think they learned from their past mistakes, seeing as this trailer is only a minute long. I want to touch on the main things of importance that are shown in this trailer, such as the multiple ghost faces and what is actually happening to Mindy. First off, a lot of people believe that the multiple ghost faces are there because of a supposed ghost face cult in this movie, but first of all, that would be incredibly fucking stupid because it completely goes against the plot of Scream. Second of all, these aren't real ghost faces at all. They're very clearly just kids in Halloween costumes. Take a look at the actual costumes, for example. One of them is wearing an ultra white mask with a fun robe, and the other is a Fun World robe, and the other is wearing the exact same thing, just with the standard plastic bibbed mask. If these were actually ghost faces, I think they would be wearing way more believable costumes. Now, I know some might say, but isn't that the point, to throw us off? And yeah, maybe, but I don't think they would spoil the entire plot of the movie in a single minute long trailer. That's pretty ridiculous. As far as Mindy's scene goes, yeah, this could be her death, but it also could just be a couple other things. A prank that's going way too far, a dream sequence, or a PTSD episode. I know that when Ghostface slammed her against the window and we hear the stabbing sound, we're supposed to believe she gets attacked and stabbed right there, especially with the redness after the fact, but I think the stabbing sound is just the window cracking and the red stuff is just the reflection of train lights coming from outside the train. Does it look convincing as a death scene? Yes, but I don't think they would spoil that in a trailer, especially, or even at all, in any trailer. But with all that aside, as far as this actual trailer goes, guys, this movie looks really, really good. Even with this trailer just being a minute long, it already sets up just such a dark and gritty tone for the franchise, and while I know Scream 5 did the exact same thing and it ended up being a pretty funny and bright movie overall. This movie looks really, really dark and really, really gritty, and I think we're going to be getting the scariest rendition of Ghostface yet. I know in Scream 5, Ghostface wasn't screwing around, but I feel like in this one, Ghostface really, really, really is not going to be screwing around, seeing as all the leaked stills and pictures we've seen of him too that are footage taken from the movie. I'm really, really excited for this movie, and even with this trailer only being a minute long, it got me really excited for this movie, and I hope you guys are excited for it too, because this movie looks really, really awesome. It also has a way bigger budget than the other Scream movie. I think Scream 5 had 24 million and this movie has 35 million on its budget, so chances are we could be seeing a lot more blood, a lot more gore, a lot more cinematic shots, a lot more cool production values, especially from that of 5, since, you know, 5 was kind of constricted from what it could do since it was filmed during the COVID pandemic. But now that we're pretty much out of the COVID pandemic at this point, and I think it's also doing pretty well in Canada, I think that Scream 6 could be a much, much bigger capital B movie overall, and I'm so excited to see what they do with this movie, and I'm so excited to see the direction that Radio Silence take this franchise in. Thank you guys so much for watching this quick little trailer review / breakdown of the newest trailer for Scream 6, which drops in theaters March 10th, 2023. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like on it, comment, and subscribe. And until then, my name is Zero, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.